Good morning. Good morning, representatives of the industries. Good morning, our current suppliers or potential suppliers. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Rail Baltica family, warm welcome already to the annual Rail Baltica Industry Days. So today you will hear a lot of interesting information about the progress in all three Baltic countries. You will hear about the procurements which are already announced and what is coming. You will see also what and how you should be ready and preparing for the participating in the Rail Baltica, from the logistics, from the materials, from the construction sectors, and many others. But let me start with a very simple philosophy of Rail Baltica. And philosophy of Rail Baltica is very simple. It's all about connections. And first of all, it's very pragmatical connection with infrastructure. So it means that currently three Baltic countries are lacking European gauge railway across and connection between themselves. So it means that with the Rail Baltica, we are creating 870 kilometers of the greenfield high-speed railway connection, interoperable with European railway network. And right now, we also see that this lack of infrastructure takes us almost 4 times to go from Tallinn to Riga. But with the new railway, the travel time will be cut in half. So for the passengers, design speed is 249, and for cargo, 120 kilometers per hour, which would allow for the passengers to reach, for example, Riga to Vilnius in less than 2 hours. Then, if you speak about the connections, you speak about places. Because Rail Baltica will connect also places, and first of all, capitals of 3 Baltic countries among themselves. It will connect different modes of transport, whether it's air, whether it's port, whether it's road, whether it's existing Russian gauge style or 1520 railway network. And above all, it also will give connections within the countries for the regions, and also this regional connectivity between the countries. Connection with economies. So it has been said many times that 3 Baltic countries have small economies. But with the Rail Baltica, we are building not only connection for the infrastructure and places, but we are connecting also economies. So they are bigger, they are growing in a one common European market. And that also will strengthen not only economy, but also the security. And then this security corridor has been emphasized by all 3 countries and by Madame Catherine Trautmann as well. Connection, what is one of the most important, is connection about the people. And here again, with the Rail Baltica and with this improved infrastructure, economies, and then connection to the places, we will connect also the minds of the people, that we are truly one Baltic region, we are truly Europeans. So it means also that cross-country and pan-Baltic approach, that we will have the similar mindset and the same values. And what is also critical importance, that is not only connection between the people in the Baltics. It's also really important, and we are starting to cooperate very closely also with Poland and Finland, ensuring that those connections are going beyond Baltics and they are common kind of connections and common vision of the people. And when we speak about the vision, it's all about the values. So it's not enough that we are connecting the infrastructure, places, economies, people, but we also need to connect values. I remember one of the previous industry days when somebody asked the question when we spoke about the best practices, what we are using, whether it's kind of Baltics or European. And in this sense, the answer is very simple. These values show that we have a common practices and common best approaches as the Europeans, where we value people, purpose, and professionalism, which is in a core of Rail Baltica family in order to deliver the project. Of course, considering the geopolitical situation, it's about the values of transparency, respect of human dignity and human rights, freedom, democracy, and equity. And just to complete this part, I would like to once more re-emphasize what Madame Trautmann said, that Rail Baltica is right now entering also in the new phase. And it means that no longer Rail Baltica is a wish, but it's an obligation to build Rail Baltica as a part of the wider European social, economical, and safety space. And it also is a significant decision from yesterday that Rail Baltica is no longer only North Sea Baltic corridor, but it's also becoming a part and connecting those three seas, which is the Baltic, Black, and Aegean. Now, let me turn a little bit to the more practical things. I will not steal the spotlight of my colleagues, which will go and speak about the detailed progress in each country and the progress on the Rail Baltica itself. I would like to emphasize only three main points. So, first of all, about design and planning. So, currently, design is ongoing in 640 kilometers, and in many sections, we are already starting to complete it. What is important also is that for the remaining two sections, which is Kaunas-Polish border and Kaunas-Vilnius, we are continuing with the special plans, and already procurements for the designs is being launched. So, more than welcome to participate. And above all, also, it's about the planning and design and the synchronization with the rest of our partners and with the rest of the corridor itself. And the partner what we need to be kind of connected, it's Poland. And of course, that will be the key element for next years to come as well. Then if we go to the construction, I think that people in Baltics has noticed quite intensive construction works already in Riga, for example, or around the Kaunas, or in Estonia, constructing viaducts and overpasses. But the key and the construction for the mainland will start next year. So it means that this year we are next year we are completing the designs, and we are going for the large-scale procurements for the construction of the mainline in all three countries. And in order to prepare for the construction, it is not enough that you have a construction company or you have launched the tender. It is very important that we are preparing for the construction works from the logistics side in order to ensure that those materials are delivered on the sites, as well as for the consolidated materials, so that we have what to deliver. Because Rail Baltica is unimaginable scale. So it means for Baltic countries, this will be a completely new experience for what we as a project developers, and even more important, you as the suppliers need to prepare now. And last but not least, emphasis is on the railway systems. So civil works will be followed also by electrification and signaling, and in order to achieve proper time schedule, we are preparing for that already now. It will be quite a journey because we will procure signaling for all 870 kilometers. It means that we will be cooperating very closely among the Baltic countries and also with the European partners. It's always a question how much it costs, and do you have money, and do you have a commitment for financing. So let me give you very simple two kind of elements. One is already received financing. So first of all, in a previous MFF, from 2014 to 2020, Rail Baltica has received more than 1.2 billion euros. In the current MFF, which is 21 to 27, we have already successfully applied and received financing more than 150 million euros from the Connecting Europe facility, also co-financed with 15% from national state budgets. We are continuing to applying, and already in this year's call, we are planning to apply up to 1 billion euros for the financing of the construction of the main line, and continuing also developing necessary infrastructure objects as the stations, logistics centers, and etc. And it is also important that this year and next year is a key milestone for the maturity of the project. And without a doubt, competition for the money in Europe is severe. But Rail Baltica is 100% committed and 100% sure that we are one of the most mature projects in order to receive this financing. But above all, we also need to understand that there is not some kind of miracle place where money comes from. And it means that we also will need to search alternative financing, especially for commercially viable objects. So this will be also the challenge for next years to come. If we look at the suppliers, and as I was speaking, this is truly a European project. And it also means that we are making partnerships with the national and Baltic companies together with the European companies in order to share those values and in order to make lessons learned from each other. And right now we have also already signed contracts for more than 1 billion euros with the suppliers. And these amounts are growing by the week, by the month, by the year. We also need to learn lessons in order for us to cooperate better. How the market is constructed in the Baltics, what are this global know-how which is coming that one. And in order to do that, we need to be open-minded. So Rail Baltica, it's all about the possibilities. And I would encourage every single supplier to come and seek those opportunities, because this is a great place to be. And last but not least, as already Catherine Trautmann emphasized, that this is a geopolitically strategic project. And there is no question that Rail Baltica needs to be completed. And that also gives this assurance not only to the Rail Baltica team, but also to the suppliers to be comfortable to come to Baltics and participate in this project. And I will conclude my part with 3 dates. So if you look from the project timeline, in 2023, so we are completing the designs and we are updating the delivery strategy, because this is very important for whichever angle you look. Then we are going for the market and encouraging market to be ready for the large scale of the construction works in order to prepare the materials, logistics, and all those elements which are needed. In 2023, we'll also start a new cost-benefit analysis. It will be updated one, considering what we know right now, considering completed designs, taking into consideration geopolitical situation, and also those values and mission of Rail Baltica. And last but not least, there are decisions which need to be taken now in order to ensure operations of the railway. So these key decisions also will be tackled during this year. Very simple. Next 4 to 5 years, there is nothing to add. Construction, construction, construction. With an aim that starting from 2027 to 2030, we can start the testing, validation, and start to putting into operations railway, section by section, in order by 2030, fully operational corridor between 3 Baltic countries and EU, so that people, goods can travel across the Baltics and beyond. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. And I wish for everybody to have a very interesting and exciting day.